From the grounds of Spartan Field in Hamilton Township, New Jersey, across the street from the famous Veterans Park, we've got the New Jersey Flag Football League Championship, the fourth Super Bowl between the Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Rams. I'm Dan Wilkins. We welcome you today on this chilly 35-degree Sunday morning from Mercer County here at Steinert High School, Hamilton High School East, however you want to call it, as we've got a good matchup today between the top two seeds in the New Jersey Flag Football League. The Titans coming in at 7-6, and the Rams coming in with the best regular season record in league history at 9-3. And you may say, well, 3 losses being the best all time is a bit of a low bar, but this league has only existed for 4 years in one sense or another. They had 2 seasons in 2019 and 2020, went on hiatus, and have returned for 2024 and 2025. The last Super Bowl here at Steinert was a thriller, a 35-28 win for the Ravens over the Rams. This is the Rams' 3rd Super Bowl appearance in 4 years. They won the first one, but lost the third. And for the Titans, this is their first championship appearance here in the Steinert Super Bowl of the New Jersey Flag Football League. Now, for the Titans, this is their 2nd season in the league, and, well, they finished dead last season in 2024. They finished 5-7 in a relatively standings full of parity. We saw the Ravens win with 8-4 to the Rams 6-6, and the Falcons and Titans at 5-7. But then going back to 2019, the Rams won the division in 2019 at 5-4, and the 2 other teams in 2nd and 3rd, the Eagles and Steelers, finished 4-5, while the Jets finished 3-6. But the 2 quarterbacks today for the Rams, it'll be James Torillo. He's the voice of Mercer County baseball just down the road at the Mercer County Community College. Meanwhile, the Titans will be donning Tyler Wagner for the start. We were waiting for a couple of Titans players to arrive, but we'll read off the rosters as we get into this game. If you're unfamiliar with the New Jersey Flag Football League, this is a 4-on-4 flag football league, and these teams will play inside the hashes. This is untimed, and each team gets 2 drives per quarter. We will start every drive from the 50-yard line, and that's how it goes for overtime as well. We'll explain more of the rules as we get into it, but for now we're going to take a quick break, and we'll get started with the 4th Super Bowl between the Rams and the Titans in the New Jersey Flag Football League. And it gets past everybody. Graham will go back to position with no goal scored. They'll count down the time out loud here. Out to the left. One final shot, and it gets through. How about a buzzer beater? How do you do? It's a lead extending goal for Justin Lewis. To end the day for Luke Pokrovsky. Little pop-up, first base side, he calls for it, and for the first time in 33 years, the Charlotte Cougars will hoist the trophy and face Middlesex on Monday. 4-3. Cougars. Welcome back to Steinert High School. I'm Dan Wilkins. We've got football ready to go here on this Sunday morning. Kickoff temperature is 36 degrees here from Steinert High School in Hamilton Township, New Jersey, just across the street from Veterans Park and just a handful of miles off of Route 195 in Central Jersey. A reminder for today's viewers that today's game and all NJ Flag Football League games are untimed. Each team will get 2 drives per quarter, and we will have 8 drives total per team. So we have Rams and Titans rosters, we have football ready to go, and we've got a brisk Sunday morning awaiting us here in Central Jersey. Scoreboard on the bottom of your screen. No clock for us to run today, but we'll start from the 50-yard line as the Titans looks like they will have the first possession of the game. Defense can count out loud to 6, and after that, the play is dead. The quarterback is Tyler Wagner, and these two teams will play inside the hash mark for the 4th Super Bowl as they'll dump it off to Jenkins. He's going to be defended here with 2 men getting around him. Were any flags near him? No. And they'll let him go. It will stand, and the Titans are on the board first here in Super Bowl 4. Are they going to call this back? I think we're having a little bit of fun to start this game. But Jeff Jenkins got a little bit of a shovel pass, almost a fake jet, right in front of Wagner, and he was able to bring it all the way. The Rams will retrieve the ball, and now we're going to see where we start this one. But it should also be noted that each drive only has 2 sets of downs. You start at the 50, and then your first down marker's at the 25. So theoretically, if you go 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, you'd only have 8 plays theoretically to make. All right, so we're going to take that score off the board because the Titans now still are in their offensive possession. I guess they called it back. This one is incomplete. They tried to go same song, second verse, Wagner to Jenkins, unable to get that one. Defended by number 10, Dylan Wagner. On that last play, there was some good defense from Nick Volpe, but I guess they're saying he was down by contact somewhere because they counted it as a gain of 15 yards, and now Wagner's lined up at the 35. 2 receivers to his right in Monge. Wagner has time, throws over the middle, it's caught. Wrestled at the 15, trying to get through, guarded by Torillo, and they will get his flag right around the 10 as the pass to Jack Ivins is complete. And now we're certainly in first down territory inside the 10-yard line for the Titans. And the wind is going to be an issue today. You can see how big it's whipping. We've got almost 30-mile-an-hour gust winds here in Central Jersey as Wagner steps up, fires a pass, and it's incomplete, intended for Jenkins. Couldn't come up that time. Wagner's got this kind of style where he throws it just on a bullet straight over the middle. He's not trying to get too much air on it because he doesn't need to, and he knows that the wind is not going to be in his favor today. You can actually see, if we zoom out, the field goal posts with the wind flags on them here at Steinert, how intense that wind is. Wagner steps up again. Pump fakes, moving out to the right. He will throw. It's high, and Ivins can't come down with it. It's broken up by McCabe. And we'll have our third play of the drive here. We'll talk about a momentum switcher for the Rams if they're able to come up with a defensive stop here after the first play. Jeff Jenkins goes to the house, and then it gets called back. And then how about this if they're able to make 2 more plays to get this stop and turn the ball over for the Rams. The number 1 seed, who, as we mentioned, had the best regular season record in league history at 9-3. This league has been known for the past 4 years to have some really good parity. You know, a lot of teams are hanging right in there, and it's not uncommon to see a 6-win team and, you know, a 5-win team here and there as that pass is incomplete. Wagner threw it straight into traffic. He was looking for either Jenkins or Monge, but he found neither of them, and the ball slips out through the back of the end zone. It'll be 4th down. Well, as they re-rack him here, this being the last chance to get a score in this drive for the Titans, they got to be thinking of whether that Jeff Jenkins ball could have been called back. You know, obviously there's a lot of hypotheticals that go into this game, and they're going to try to just guess not reinvent the wheel here. 4th down. He pump fakes a few times. It's high. It's tipped away. Batted twice down by Dylan Wagner, who's able to get the stop with a one-handed tip. And the Rams will take over here, as that was a fantastic defensive stop to turn this ball around and turn this ball over for LA. So we will line this one back up. As how about that for a great defensive stop? Titans will talk things over. And it looks like they're going to use the same half of the field unless they intend to go the other way. Let's take a look at that replay here. Yeah, just taking another look at this play, you can see, first of all, you can hear how intense the wind is today, but yeah, this pass over the middle, I don't know if he tried to get too much on it. I don't know if I'd call it too much, but nice one-handed tip there by Dylan Wagner to get that ball out. So we line him back up. Now on defense is the Titans. We are scoreless. The Rams, they all have jerseys. They are in the light blue. The Titans are in a whole bunch of other colors as Torillo throws over the middle. It is tipped up, almost picked off by Ivins, but it's incomplete. 2nd down. That would have been a big turnover for Tennessee. I mean, obviously, there's a lot to like about this Titans defense. We've seen them, though. They have had issues with ball control, not only when their quarterback is throwing it to them, but when Torillo's throwing it to them as well. Torillo drops back for 2nd down. He's got everybody downfield, but he finds a nice pass to Dylan Lawyer, who gets a drop in there. He's able to secure the catch, and he gets about 11 yards up to the 39. They're going to call him back again. So I guess they say it's incomplete. We'll have 3rd down now. Yeah, it's so hard to tell. And then this wind again, not helping anybody here. As Torillo lines up 2 receivers on his left, he sends Wagner in motion. Torillo steps out over the Spartan logo. He's got everybody 20 yards downfield. He lets it go. It is one-handed and incomplete. A lot of touching there as Jeff Jenkins gets together with Dylan Lawyer, and it's incomplete for a 4th down. I mean, honestly, even though this is a flag football league and flag football games tend to be high scoring, we talked about 35-28 in the last Super Bowl that we had here in the New Jersey Football League. I would also mention as well the semifinal was 42-35, Titans over the Eagles. So, yeah, I think it goes without saying that these two teams, this might be an unusually low-scoring Super Bowl if nobody can get their hands on the ball and if nobody can make any clean receptions, whether it's on the offense or the defense. It could be an interesting issue here. Torillo meeting with his team. Wagner standing over the ball at the 50. Again, we've got just after 10 a.m. here at Steinert High School in Hamilton Township, New Jersey. I'm Dan Wilkins. Big thanks to the New Jersey Football League and James Torillo for having us out here today. The wind is whipping, though. I will admit that. It is a brutal cold. And if I'm just sitting here with a headset and a camera, got to imagine if these players are on the field, how it feels for them. Torillo stepping back. Full go for everybody. He lets it fly. First man he finds. He can't get it. And it's incomplete. The intended receiver was number 85. That was Nick Volpe. Or was that I think that was Cody Pearson, actually, who was the intended receiver. I mean, Torillo, he sent everybody downfield, and then he went for the first man he could find. And I guess we can confirm that we are staying on this half of the field for all of these drives. Makes sense. As you can hear the hustle and bustle of the road next to us with our enhanced crowd microphones, although I would say not a huge crowd on hand this afternoon or this morning. So Wagner and friends line it back up for the Titans. Third of 4 drives for the quarter. Wagner throws, incomplete. That is now 6 straight incompletions as the Rams unable to convert, not only on the defensive side, but Wagner could not find Jack Ivins, who already has a reception on the day. And again, who knows? The second quarter and the third quarter, that could be high scoring, and we could have a very similar game to what the Titans and the Eagles had in the semifinal. But keep in mind, that was 42-35 when it was 10 degrees colder this time last week, and we had 5 inches of snow on the ground. It was a snow globe over in Steinert. Wagner stepping up, foot's over the line, he throws, it's caught by Ivins. Ivins is going to get still on his feet, and the flag comes out 10 yards in. Flag was tugged by McCabe that time, who was able to make the stop 10 yards in. Again, first down marker is still 15 yards away, and they'll now have 3rd down and 15. Trust me, I'm not used to saying 1st and 25 by default either, but Wagner, another pass caught by Ivins. He gets up to the 30, still short of a first, but we'll see how far he can take it. He's now got 4th and 5 for the Titans. Still scoreless, 3 of 4 drives done in the first quarter. Wagner, might have jumped there. Here we go. Wagner, still over the line. 4 yards to go, and he wants way too many yards. It's incomplete, and that'll be a turnover. 3 straight turnovers. I mean, listen, Wagner only needed 4 yards on that play. I think he was looking for Jenkins downfield, either Jenkins or Ivins, but right now, I mean, we've just seen so many incompletions. Nobody knows how to handle this wind yet. It's the middle of December. We're 4 days away from Christmas Day, and we are seeing a brutal defensive showdown. But honestly, I mean, that first drive is really the only one that I can chalk up to the defense. Everything else has just been a fest of incompletions, and we'll have to see if the Rams can take advantage of it in drive number 4. Pass is caught by Lawyer on the first play. Looked like he was down around the 22, so there you go for a little bit of a script changer. As now on the 4th drive of the first quarter, we now have 1st down. See where Torillo lines this one up. So it's a gain of 26, and they're at the 24-yard line. Rams still looking to score the first touchdown of the Super Bowl as Torillo, right side, can't find him, and it's incomplete, intended for Cody Pearson on the right side. And well, if you're the Titans, you have 1 man less than what the Rams have. And if you ask me, I think it would be a better idea for these guys here late in the first quarter, take a page out of their book. If something's working for you, I mean, Wagner's a little bit taller than Torillo, and he might have a little bit of better arm power. But Wagner right now is just throwing too many line drives. He's got to find somebody a little bit further down, but you also have to have spatial awareness. He had 4th and 4. He was only 4 yards away. Run somebody right in front of you. Get an underhand flip. That worked for you last time for Jeff Jenkins, but they didn't run it. As now on 2nd down, Torillo's pass incomplete again. That's the 3rd drop by Nick Volpe. It's now 3rd down. And that's the difficulty here with this kind of flag football, is that you're playing from the 50. You only have 50 yards to go. You've already cut that in half with these first downs. You only get 2 sets of downs. And right now, we're seeing neither team figure out how to get through those 50 yards cleanly. But that's why these two teams are in the Super Bowl. Good defense. Torillo, 22 yards to go. He goes for all 22, and it's incomplete. Intended out of the backhand of Dylan Wagner. Jenkins was on the coverage, and even though it wasn't really broken up, you got to imagine his influence was there, and Jeff Jenkins is able to get a good defensive stop, and we've now got 4th down, 22 yards out from the end zone. Wind is whipping today, and just looking at the flags across the street, if you take a look there over at Veterans Park, you can see how aggressively those are moving. Even my camera's moving a little bit, but most of that is a concern to these guys, because if you're Torillo, you saw in that last play, passed it to Volpe, and he passed the play before that to Wagner, and both of those passes were Torillo throwing a receiver to his left. And are we going to have a field goal attempt here? Oh, boy. So how's this going to work? 23 yards out. This is going to be a 40-yard attempt. I've never seen a field goal attempt in flag football, but now all 4 Titans receivers are back to return. Here we go, 40 yards, not even close. And it's going to land at the front of the end zone, and that will bring us to the end of the 4th quarter. The Rams tried a field goal, though. It was attempted by Cody Pearson, and he missed very short from 40 yards out. We'll take a quick break, go into the second here at Steinert High School. No score.
In life, the road ahead is full of possibilities, but to navigate it safely, you need the right skills. Harper Driving School is the premier driving school serving Gloucester, Salem, and Camden counties. With experienced instructors, many of whom are teachers in local schools, we are dedicated to your success and will help you master the road with confidence. With an over 95% success rate of students passing their road test on their first try, you know your student will be in good hands while embarking on a huge step of their young adult lives, all while avoiding the lines at the DMV and getting insurance discounts.
We chose Harper, and so should you.
Well, I guess unlike the real Super Bowl, you don't have to pay $7 million for a 30-second piece, as Wagner's first throw tipped up and in. It's caught by Ivins. He's going to be spinning around, but his flag is ripped at around the 42-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 for Ivins, who now has his 3rd reception of the day, as Wagner again finds him straight over the middle, and he's able to get the play done. But if you'd like to become a sponsor of Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, you can send us an email with an advertising inquiry at thedanwilkinsshow@gmail.com. And how about this? Jenkins gets up, and he's going to get his flag ripped immediately as he comes down, but it looks like he was around the 25 when he got ripped. That should be a first down. It will be. Wagner and friends line up from the 21. Again, playing inside the hash marks here. Pump fakes, puts a foot up. Jenkins has it. Touchdown, Titans. And we've got our first score of the Super Bowl. Jeff Jenkins finally breaks through, and I didn't know who was going to have a chance here in this one, and we found it. The Titans are on the board, 7-zip. Whoa. Hold on, folks. Something just happened with the camera. I apologize. I don't know what happened. It almost tipped over. So we're going to try to fix this. Second drive has started as Torillo gets a pass ripped up 8 yards out. Please pardon us as we fix this. Looks like Torillo's pass was caught in the end zone for a touchdown by Pearson. And it'll be 7-7. I have no idea what happened. We are going to try to fix this again. I don't know what the issue is particularly, but okay, so there was no score. They were able to convert there. Pass was caught for a touchdown by Wagner, Dylan Wagner. There we go. Got it back just after the touchdown was over. My apologies, but so both drives in the second quarter end in a score, and it's now 7-7. I mean, I tell you, the wind has been absolutely brutal this afternoon. 30-mile-an-hour gusts. It's already 35 degrees. I give kudos to these players for sticking it out in the cold. As Tyler Wagner and friends will line this one back up for their second drive of the quarter. Standing over the 50. Pass incomplete. He's been looking for Ivins all day. He does finally find him, but it's incomplete. Yeah, I kind of have to keep my hand clamped on the camera so that we don't have any issues. They're going to line this one up at the 40. I guess they're going to say that he caught it. He was able to find a play good enough there as Ivins gets another catch. Gets taken up to around the 30. And they'll call this one down at the 33, so it'll be a gain of 7. Wagner steps up, fires, incomplete, broken up by Wagner, who picked up the first touchdown for the Rams, now gets a good stop on defense, and, well, now we're going to have fourth down here. So 2 completions and an incompletion. And again, this brings us back to where the Titans were in one of the earlier drives in the first quarter, where they were only 4 yards away from the first down marker at the 25, but then he tried to find Jenkins way too far downfield. And it ended up being incomplete. So hopefully, being 5 yards away, they try to run a shorter route here. They do. It's caught by Monge, who's going to be up to the 24. It looks like he got it before his flag got ripped out. Now Wagner steps up. Looks like a handoff that time. I guess it stayed in the air just enough to be called a pass. But now, I mean, that really takes away a lot of opportunity here for the Titans. You just used it down on what's maybe one marginal step better than a completion. They're now going to be up to the 23. And 2 yards is 2 yards, but when you're playing 4 downs and 25 yards, might not be enough. Wagner looks, fires to Jenkins. Now he's got the whole field. Oh, and the ball came out. Now he scoops it up. It's not whistled dead yet, but he's able to get it up to around the 7-yard line. I don't know if his knee was down earlier, but that was another good defensive run in there with number 88, Cody Pearson, who, again, made the stop. But I thought Jenkins' knee might have been down earlier, which would have negated the play. That'll be an interesting one here, especially if the Titans end up winning this game. Bit of a jump start. Wagner right in front of the end zone, and he can't find it. So this should now be 3rd down, as Wagner tried to find, looked like Zach Kinsel, but that play was no good. In a 7-7 game, 3rd of 4 drives done in the second quarter. As now here comes Wagner. Right side, fires, and it's incomplete, intended for Kinsel. As that pass just ended up coming a little bit too high that time. Kinsel not as tall as the other gentleman on the field here. I mean, most of that wind you're hearing is coming from our crowd mic. We've got 4th down. They're a lot closer than they were before. Wagner steps up, pump fakes, throws. He's got Jenkins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Titans. And they're back on the board here in the second quarter. Jenkins able to get that one down that time. And now going to the 4th drive of the second quarter. We talked about how the first quarter didn't have any scoring. Well, how about them apples? Able to turn things around real quick. So I think if we go into halftime 14-14, I think this game is going to be more or less like all the rest. You know, I think that this is going to come down to who scores more, and I mean that's obvious, but it's going to come down to who has the better opportunity down the stretch, because it's not like one team is getting a big lead. A lot of these games end in one-score games. It's just really going to be a war of attrition, and as it happens. Titans lead 14-7. Pass was made by Jenkins. Unfortunately, I was not able to save the replay in time. We have a replay buffer that we run on this live stream, and it only runs for 20 seconds. So if I'm a little bit too preoccupied with our equipment almost getting toppled over in these 30-mile-an-hour winds, and sometimes it has to wait. Oh, that was an easy pass. Tipped up and incompleted, intended for Dylan Wagner. Cannot believe how strong this wind is today. And again, I'm only complaining as a broadcaster. Imagine how these players are down here. Nobody's able to get solid completions except for that one. A nice, easy pass brought in at the midsection by Pearson. That'll get him about 10 yards, actually about 15 yards, my apologies, up to the 35. And we'll have 3rd and 10. Again, every drive in this league is like coming back from a holding penalty and a false start. Starting 25 yards out as Pearson makes another catch. Gets it up to the 24. It's a 1st down. And I guess you could say anything in front of the 1st down marker is 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 24. Pearson dropped his flag. He's going to line everybody back up here. But if we go 4 for 4 here in the second quarter, going into halftime, it should be an interesting second half here from Steinert High School. Torillo sends everybody down. It is Wrapped away. Dylan Lawyer couldn't make the play. Dylan Lawyer got the law laid down on him. Incomplete. Looks like Jenkins and Tyler Wagner were able to make the breakup in double coverage as Torillo's throw went straight into traffic and he found a jam. 2nd and goal from the 24-yard line. Here comes Torillo again. Found it to McCabe. I mean, you're kind of cutting the field in half here. You had 2nd and goal now from the 24. Got that pass to go to about the 17. So you'll still get 7 yards, and if you get 10 more here, you'll have 1 more shot from close range to tie this game going into halftime. Here comes Torillo. Fires right side. It is caught. Was the flag ripped before Wagner got into the end zone? We'll see here. Torillo, no, this is not a touchdown. They're going to move it up here. They're about 2 yards short. This is going to be a huge play and the last of the first half. Torillo, underhand flip, and Pearson's got it. Touchdown. Rams tie the game. 14-14 as a great play ends in a score. I mean, again, that's just, it's simple. It's not reinventing the wheel. It's just a way to get things going. And we go into halftime. After going 0 for 4 in the first, we go 4 for 4 in the second. We go into the halftime break 14-14.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month. It is the responsibility of all of us to make sure that our friends, family, and anybody who we hold dear in our lives is feeling well. The problem with spotting mental health issues is that the symptoms aren't that obvious. Just because someone is okay or appears okay on the outside doesn't mean that they're okay on the inside. It's important that if they are in distress, that they call the right people and they get the help that they need. And it is very important that we treat each other with respect, regardless of who you are or where you come from. But it is just as important that we treat ourselves with respect, regardless of the situation going on in our lives. If you're in distress, you can call this number, 988, or you can visit any of these websites if you're not in distress, but would like to learn more information about mental health awareness and research. Book Dog Pro Wrestling for your next event or outing for the greatest action that New Jersey Pro Wrestling has to offer. Any place, any time, any setting, Dog Pro Wrestling will bring the action to you, and you won't want to miss it for moments like this. But don't just take it from me. Take it from Max Mundo, the Dog Pro Wrestling ambassador.
This is Max Mundo with Dog Pro Wrestling. Are you a civic organization, sporting club looking to fundraise? Then look no further to Dog Pro Wrestling. We do grand openings, corporate events, and much more.
And why not from some of the wrestling talent themselves?
I'm Vinny the Fixer, and I'm the champion of Dog Professional Wrestling. If you want to book the best, come see us. We're the cream of the crop. We'll come to any fundraiser you can think of. Just name the place and we'll show up.
This is the upstanding Dylan Mesh, and for the entirety of my professional wrestling career, dog wrestling has been a mainstay for where I like to wrestle. So you can believe me when I say that it is quality. And I'm upstanding. I'm the only opinion you need.
Yeah! It's your boy Gabriel Hodder here with my man Matthew Oman, and if you want your events to be all fight, no flight,
then book Dog Wrestling so you can witness true primal fear.
Woo!
Welcome back to Steinert High School. It's 14-14 in the 4th annual New Jersey Flag Football League Super Bowl between the Rams and Titans. I'm Dan Wilkins. As the Rams, well, after a scoreless first quarter, we had 4 for 4 in quarter number 2. And now starting the second half, we'll see if Torillo can make things change as here comes Lawyer. The flag got taken out at the 29. It's a gain of 21 yards. And they're now 4 yards away from already getting a first down. If you're just joining us, it is a gusty Sunday morning. It is 35 degrees. We have 30-mile-an-hour winds, so the real feel is in the 20s. As that pass is caught by McCabe, flag got taken around the 20. It should be enough for a first down, and Torillo is lining this one up at the 18. So even I underestimated how far McCabe got on that one, but he is good. If we were saying, well, it doesn't take much for this game to get high scoring, and indeed it does not, with both teams scoring touchdowns in the second quarter. This pass is caught, got ripped out by Pearson, who had the second touchdown of the day. Jeff Jenkins has both scores for the Titans. For the Rams, Pearson has one, and Dylan Wagner has the other score for LA, the number 1 seed, best regular season record in the NJFL history at 9-3 in the 4th season of play. 2019, 2020, 2021, or rather 24 and 25. How about that for a score? Wagner picks up his second, and the Rams are back in front, 21-14. All right, so there you go, getting back into the game. Dylan Wagner makes quick work of that drive there by James Torillo. Only took 4 plays to get it done. And now the Rams have scored in their last 3 possessions straight. There's the replay there of the pass to Wagner for the score. Trying this one again. Pass was caught. Looked like by Ivins. Ivins with 5 receptions on the day. Almost wanted an underhand feed to Monge. He didn't get it. And now Wagner steps up, and they're going to get a stop. Remember, the defense has 6 seconds to count out loud, and if you don't get a pass off in 6 seconds, then the play is dead. So that's going to be treated like an incompletion, and now we've got 3rd down. It's basically going to be treated like a delay of game, if you will. No penalty, but just a loss of down. 3rd down now. From the 45, stepping up is Jenkins, he's got it, but Pearson can't rip out the flag. Here he comes, careening through the middle. He's going to find a way. No flags, quite literally. And Jeff Jenkins, tip your cap, he's got the hat trick. The Titans have tied the game again as Jeff Jenkins rattles another one in, careening through the middle like a bull in a china shop for 41 yards, and the Titans have tied the game again. I mean, this is one of the most crafty plays you're going to see in a long time. And it's 21-all here at Hamilton. So after the score, we'll line this one back up. These teams have scored in 6 straight possessions. Makes me think that they just needed a warm-up. Both teams went 0 for 4 in the first quarter as Torillo plays into the wind. Incomplete. So close from Torillo to Wagner. 2nd down. super close play that time, and I'll tell you, I mean, Torillo, I think he has the right idea. He has a clear line of sight to where those flags are going, and he could tell that if he could catch his receiver in stride, then he was going to be able to make a good play out of it. Titans, one of the false start there. Somebody might have jumped over the line, and are we going to run out of time here? Yes. So the Titans got a 6-second stop, and now the Rams get a 6-second stop. So both teams in violation here in the third quarter in this drive. Torillo, 2 receivers to his left. Wagner getting past Kinzel. He gets another deep bomb. Caught by Pearson. Up to the 15, a 35-yard gain. With the flag ripped out on the left hash. The question is, though, was he in bounds? We do kind of have to turn off our normal football brains, and it looked like he was out of bounds because the hash marks are what determine the inbound ability here. And now it's 4th down. Torillo talking with Lawyer, McCabe, and the rest of his offense. Getting ready to go. Here in Mercer County, all the leaves from the trees are gone. Fall is no more. Winter is upon us. And you can tell by the conditions today. 35 degrees. It's like if we hosted the Super Bowl at MetLife again. Here comes another pass. It's complete to Wagner, but he's going to be 2 yards short. Lawyer, rather. He's going to be 2 yards short. He's at the 27. And this will be a turnover. Titans ball. I hate to be that guy with a Rams reference, but that was eerily similar to a 1 yard short play that I know of from 25 years ago. And, well, I'll tell you, that was a nice catch by Lawyer. Obviously, you wish that Pearson's pass was in bounds if you're a Rams fan, but instead, we settle for a turnover, 2 yards short. We line everybody back up at the 50 for Tyler Wagner. Wagner passes right side. Jenkins gets up, gets the play. Flag comes out at the 30. 20-yard gain as Pearson gets the stop. 2nd and 5. Again, the Titans do not want to make the grave error of overpassing, but they find Jenkins, who already has 3 touchdowns. It looks like he was stopped at around the 10. So he's going to have another handful of gains. And I mean, Super Bowl MVP is well within reach if the Titans win this game. The regular season MVP candidates for the NJFL, Jenkins is one of them, along with Cody Pearson of the Rams and TJ Fisher Jr. of the Eagles. And that's a touchdown! Spiked in the end zone. And the Titans retake the lead, 28-21. As the pass was made to Dylan Monge, the first man not named Jenkins to score. And it's a 28-21 lead to end the third quarter. And that is where we finally see an offset. Both teams were scoring left and right. And now we finally see a little bit of a difference here, with the Titans going into the fourth quarter up by 1 score. There you go again. There's the play. The pass to Dylan Monge to give the Titans a 28-21 lead. As we wait for the Titans defense to get everybody back in order. Four drives to go in the 4th annual New Jersey Flag Football League Super Bowl. Torillo will line this one up. Remember, 2 drives per team per quarter. Been a good one so far. Torillo passes right side. Sliding is McCabe. Got pushed from the right knee, and it's incomplete. They're going to say it's a completion. I'm a little bit surprised there. Again, ball might have come out after he went, or after, I guess, he made the catch, because that ball definitely popped out, but they're going to say it's a 9-yard completion. Actually, it looks like a 14-yard completion. Pass incomplete to Volpe. Again, I apologize. I'm not all that well-versed in this league so far. Torillo has given me his best effort to explaining the rules, explaining the whims and the ways of the New Jersey Flag Football League. In its 4th season, as we mentioned, the Rams, this is their 3rd Super Bowl appearance, looking for their 2nd title. Torillo, pass, deep, nobody for Lawyer, uncontested, nobody found him, and James Torillo with a dime to tie the game. There you have it. I mean, just easy. Easy peasy right there. First drive of the 4th quarter. We mentioned that it wouldn't take a high-scoring first to set up for a high-scoring remainder of the ball game. That's exactly what we've got right there as the Rams make it 28-all here in the first drive of the 4th. Taking a look at it one more time here. There's that pass. I mean, just look how open Torillo is. There's not even really a prayer there. And James Torillo finding his man in the end zone to tie this game up at 28. 3 more drives to go to crown a champion. If the Titans win, you'd have to imagine that Jeff Jenkins is your Super Bowl MVP. If the Rams win, then you've got to imagine that I think Torillo's got to be the MVP, because he's had some good mobility today, and he's just had some dime passes. I mean, obviously Lawyer left himself open and found a great streak route just to go straight to the end zone for a 31-yard pass. From the 40, it is 2nd and 15. Tyler Wagner stepping up. Got 3 receivers going out. He finds Jenkins. Misdirects past Pearson. Misdirects a 2nd time. Watch out for your ankles. Book your doctor's appointment as here comes Jeff Jenkins in his face. Showboating all the way. He's got it. Jeff Jenkins with a 4-piece. How about it? How do you do, Jeff Jenkins? And it's 35-28. Titans retake the lead again with a touchdown pass. I mean, there's just nothing that this kid can't do. Jeff Jenkins, 4 touchdowns out of the Titans' 5. They found Dylan Monge for the first time. I mean, that misdirection there, not even close. Not even close. And it's 35-28. Well, these quick drives could mean this game will end sooner than we thought. I mean, it's 10:55. Looking like this could only be an hour-long affair here at Hamilton Township. There's a trash can flying in the grandstands here at Spartan Field, home of the Spartans, taking heavy inspiration from Michigan State as it's incomplete. Pearson couldn't get it. 2nd down. Wow. I'm saying wow to multiple things. I'm saying wow to that incompletion, but I'm also saying wow to just how strong this wind has been today. We've had some strong gusts, but considering that I've got an open field behind me, it's a perfect ground for this wind to whip up. Here comes Torillo, stepping up in the pocket. Fires! Pearson's got it! And they say it's a catch. He wouldn't be the only man wearing number 88 to have a controversy about a catch. They say it's incomplete. And in the third of 4 drives in the fourth, the Rams need to score in this drive. Remember, both teams have 4, but this is the last chance because the Titans can just kneel it out and be Super Bowl champions if they win this one. They were last place in the 3rd season in 2024. And now Torillo steps up, right side. He's got Lawyer on the right. One hand, Jenkins slaps it away. Jeff Jenkins brings it down. 4th down. And there's another reason to crown Jeff Jenkins a Super Bowl MVP. With that SWAT in addition to 4 scores, you don't get much better than that. His athleticism today has been unmatched. I'm trying to figure out what the issue is here. Now, here's the thing. They might use their Hail Mary option here. So, camera's continuing to fly a little bit. Their Hail Mary option is that if a team is down 1 score at the end of regulation, they can throw a Hail Mary from the 25 to try to tie the game. As this one is deep, Lawyer couldn't get it. A lot of weird stuff going on today. Just trying to figure out what all the commotion is. Well, a lot of laughter, let's just say. Are they looking at... I think they were looking at the photographer's camera to see if they were maybe looking for pass interference. I don't know. They're going to continue to move. I guess they called that play 2 plays ago a completion, and now they're having another chance from the 30-yard line. A little bit confused, to be honest with you. Torillo steps up, fires. One hand, no, couldn't get it. Intended for Dylan Wagner. And he comes down empty-handed. I believe we now have 4th down. Because Torillo's getting the ball back. Again, I would imagine if the Rams were to use their Hail Mary option, the ball would have to be turned over to the Titans. That would drive 4-4. And then you'd get your Hail Mary options. Here we go, 30-yard line. They're sending everybody out, but not as aggressively as you'd think. It's bobbled and caught by Pearson. Pearson gets his flag ripped out by both Tyler Wagner and Jeff Jenkins. I apologize, this camera continues to whip in the wind. Over 30-mile-an-hour gusts today as the Rams continue to drive. They're at the 13-yard line. Here comes Torillo. Shuffling his feet over the middle towards the back of the end zone, and he flails it out of the back all the way towards that rock monument way out there, all the way to the outer edge of the track. But that is another reminder of how stiff the wind is today. So Torillo and company lined this one back up at the 12. The 12-ish, 13-ish yard line. With a chance to tie the game on the line. It's the 3rd of 4 drives in the 4th. Here we go. Torillo doesn't find anybody open. He looks for Pearson, and he's got Lawyer. He's got Lawyer wide open, and the game is tied. Or wait, no, I think he was out. Look at that yellow line. Look at the yellow line. I think he might have been out. We might have to look at that one. While our replay is unofficial, we're going to have to take a look at that. See if we can find something here. We're going to slow this down. You see Lawyer moving out to the left here. Torillo found him. I think he's in. I think he got in. That's a little bit tough to tell, but they're going to say no. And now it counts. In the back of the end zone, it's Dylan Wagner. And the first touchdown probably should have counted, but the game is tied, 35-35. With a lot of confusion all over the place, we thought the Rams might be out of this one after a handful of mistakes, but it's now tied at 35 apiece going into the final drive of regulation. But now here's the thing, with the game being tied, we now have the Titans, if they score, the game's over. No regulation or no overtime unless this Hail Mary option works for the Rams. So we're going to be here a little bit longer than expected, if you will. One more drive for a chance at a Super Bowl. Tyler Wagner steps up. Pass. Over the middle. Tipped up. And that's the first mistake Jeff Jenkins has made today, although you could probably chalk that up to a Tyler Wagner mistake, given the fact that he did throw it into traffic with Pearson on heavy coverage. Second and 10 after the incompletion. Wagner sends his receivers out, tells his men to go. Here comes Jenkins. He's up. He's got a first. Careens at the 25, and I think he's got it. If not, he's awfully close. He's standing over the 25 while he's reattaching his flag. But I would say he's got it. And they are right on top of the 25. So I believe they will count this as a first down. Odd play there, but he found Zach Kinsel. Not for too much, though. He's going to be up about 5 yards to the 20. Wagner. You can hear that defensive cadence out loud. Jenkins for 5. He didn't get it. Tyler Wagner tried to find Jeff Jenkins, but that was just like Torillo's pass earlier in the quarter. That, even though the wind is blowing right to left from the large set of bleachers to the small set where we are, you can still tell that the wind is favoring outward. So that ball got picked up in the wind and sailed. I mean sailed over Jeff Jenkins. A huddle here for one of the most important plays of the day, of the season, and for all of these players. Jenkins is going to line up to the right. I wonder if they're going to try to get another one of those flip forward passes to get as much leverage as he can. They've got 2 to play. Jenkins has it, and the flag was not ripped out. Jeff Jenkins, 5 touchdowns here in the 4th annual Super Bowl of the New Jersey Flag Football League. And Jenkins will now force the Rams to go into the Hail Mary option, up 42-35. That was the exact same score that they beat the Eagles by in the semifinals in the snow globe last week in 5 inches of snow. Today, with a couple warm days behind us, all the snow has melted. But don't let it fool you. It's still just as cold as if there were 5 inches of snow on the ground. 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts make it all the more possible that this Hail Mary option could go anywhere for James Torillo and the Rams. Last chance. With the Hail Mary option from the 25-yard line, Torillo steps up. One more chance. Tipped up! And he got it! Pearson ties it! Unbelievable! Cody Pearson with a one-handed tip. And we're going to overtime in Steinert. They're looking at the photographer for a replay angle. I mean, everybody's looking at it. We'll have a look at it. They counted it. Overtime in Hamilton. All right, so here we go. Taking a look at this right here. One more time. That's tipped up. And he's in. Look at that second foot come down. He's in. That pass was caught by Cody Pearson, and this game is tied. So we are going to overtime. At the Spartan Field in Hamilton Township, New Jersey. Looks like the Rams will have first possession here, at least from what it looks like at our end. I really can't believe that. I mean, I just want you guys to see this one more time. Cody Pearson gets a dime from Torillo. And with the Hail Mary option, there's no, I mean, everybody literally played, they lined up in the end zone. That is how crazy that pass was, and you could see Torillo coming to support his guys. Now, overtime rules here in the New Jersey Flag Football League. The way that it works is that for this game, and for all these games, it's just like college, except they start at the 50 instead of the 25. So it's the same rules to where each team is guaranteed a possession, and then you flip sides. So let's say if both the Rams and the Titans score, or if both teams don't score, we would go, let's say the Rams have possession first, which it looks like they won't. It'll be Titans-Rams, and then if we have a second overtime, it'll be Rams-Titans. Third overtime, you flip, and so on and so forth. Now, I don't know, because there's no conversions, there's no extra points, you would just have to assume that it's, you know, do or die. It's either you score or you don't score, but there's no sudden death. And again, it's the same rules, except we start at the 50, which is where all drives start here in the New Jersey Football League, compared to the 25. So the Rams will have possession first here to start overtime. Torillo dropping back for the first play of OT. Lawyers open, they're out of time. 6-second violation. And now they'll have to regroup. It's 2nd and 10. And that would be a heartbreaker if that ends up being a big change, because you have to consider that these two teams, they're gonna be diligent on those 6-second counts. So if you're in violation of them, there's no mercy. You just got to get past it. And it's caught by Pearson again, but his flag got ripped, or touched at least, right around the 32. So it'll be a gain of 18. They'll be 7 yards short, and it'll be 3rd and 7 from the right hash of the 32. Actually, not from the right hash. I forget that we play in the hashes. Torillo does move to his right. Pass is incomplete, it looks like. Yeah, they're going to line this one back up, so the pass is no good to Dylan Wagner. Torillo and his guys talking it over. Remember, they're 7 yards short. They had a 6-second violation. Then they had the 18-yard pass. That pass was incomplete, so now it is 4th down. 4th and 7. 42-42 in the 4th Super Bowl. Already higher scoring than last year, 35-28. Torillo, right side, pass is caught by Pearson. He's inbounds, and he's inside the 25. We keep on moving. It's 1st down. Here we go again from the 20. Everybody's jumped up, but the pass is caught by McCabe, and he's down at the 2-yard line, just out of bounds. So McCabe gets a gain of 18. And now we're just in front of the goal line at the center. Rams looking to score first in overtime. Just looking to shovel it forward to McCabe, and he's got it. Touchdown Rams. And it's 49-42. That's just easy right there. And that's how we talk about it. You know, it's if the Rams win this Super Bowl, Cody Pearson might just be the MVP. Even though he didn't make that touchdown, that tipped catch changed everything. We wouldn't be here right now if it weren't for that. Titans now get the equal chance. I was going to say opposite circumstances, but not really. We're back at the 50. Again, Tyler Wagner, the quarterback for the Titans. This team 7-5 in the regular season, compared to the Rams 9-3, which had the best regular season in league history, although they have had a valiant fight with the Titans, despite having 2 more wins up on them. Tipped away, Dylan Wagner. Intended for the receiver, Zach Kinsel. Second and 10 after the incompletion. Down to 4. Jenkins bobbled it, and it's tipped. It's caught, and he's got it at the 44. Honestly, stopping Jenkins anything short of a first is a win for the Rams. I mean, right there, stopped him just 6 yards out, or 6 yards ahead. Now they've got another chance to line this one up and try it again. Wagner from the 45. Stepping up. Wow, look at this arm. Jenkins has it. And we've got another. 49-49 at the end of the first overtime. As Jeff Jenkins gets a dime from Tyler Wagner. I mean, okay, it wasn't really a dime, but it was a stellar pass with a whole lot of heat on it. We go to second overtime, tied up again. Imagine if a real Super Bowl were like this. I mean, come on. Incredible stuff here. So getting ready for overtime number 2. I mean, honestly, if you want my opinion on it, I think it'll be more productive for this league to start overtime in the exact same position. Rams are lining up in defense again. Did they not count that touchdown? Unless it was a 6-second violation. I think we're back to, no, well, the Titans would get the ball back again. So Wagner's going to get another chance, but it's from the same spot. And the Rams are champions. because James Torillo just came up with all that confusion. They didn't count Jenkins' score, and the Rams, for the second time, are Super Bowl champions. So take that score away. The touchdown to Jenkins didn't count, and in overtime, it's a 49-42 Rams win in the New Jersey Football League. Congratulations all around. I just don't understand how Jenkins' touchdown didn't count, but they say it didn't, and we're the ones that are just here to spread that information to you. The champions of the New Jersey Football League for the second season after not winning since 2019 are the Los Angeles Rams, while the Titans fall 49-42. Your Super Bowl MVP for this game, I'm giving it to Cody Pearson. That tipped catch in the end zone changed everything, and that was why the Rams are champions. That'll be all for us tonight on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. From our entire crew, our social media coordinator, Haley Mejia, our graphics crew, Gavin Vanderell, Caleb Lane, Carson Rosso, and Fisher Gianotti. I'm Dan Wilkins. We'll see you tomorrow with the Burlington City Blue Devils and the Pennsauken Indians from Pennsauken High School in Burlington County. Have a good one, folks.